Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Aisha. I'm the person behind FifthRoadSpirit Tarot. So I'm doing a weekly read. I've been working on doing readings for the individual signs this week, and yeah, it's just been a little bit hard to get it done completely. I've got about 6 signs done. They're all under 10 minutes, but it does take time to like really stop and contemplate and take my time to reconnect with everything that's going on. So I wanted to do a bit of a different reading, as I do almost every week. But it's still a collective reading, but I wanted to focus more on the type of spread that I'm doing. So this week I'm going to do something called a Boland 7-star, and that is going to be a collective reading that only uses the major arcana cards, and it's effective for examining the immediate future. So the next 6 to 12 months at most. I know we're in we're entering a new moon in Pisces. This could this could inform the next astrological year for you, for the next 6 to 12 months. So let's kind of get an idea of what that might look like, even though it could happen in the next week or so, but it could also happen over the next 6 to 12 months. So if you're seeing this reading, it might resonate for you at the time that you're seeing it in the algorithm for YouTube as well. So if you're a random tarot watcher. So let's go ahead. What we're going to do is I'm going to keep the Fool card at the center because that's the beginning of our journey. That's the Fool card starts off the major arcana. And we're going to do 3 cards for the events that are ending, 3 cards for the events that are beginning, 3 cards for hopes and fears, 3 cards for inner strength, 3 cards for positive energies, 3 cards for negative energies, and then 3 cards for the final outcome. So if you're here today looking for some kind of guidance, just keep in mind that this is a tarot reading and it may not resonate with everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and just shuffle, and then I'll pull 3 by 3 by 3, and let's get it going. So this is the events that are ending. We've got the events that are beginning, our hopes and fears, Spirit, thank you, our inner strength, our positive energies, our negative energies, and the final outcome. Okay, so let's get started with the events that are ending. It looks as if, and it's kind of interesting that this comes up, but it looks as if the events that are ending, we've got the Empress card, the Strength card, and the Hanged Man. And in this, I see there is a time of the feminine strength, and like a psychic knowledge, or at least the hidden knowledge of the feminine is coming to an end. I almost wonder if this is indicative of an emergence of the feminine as the power that comes to the forefront, instead of being in this Hanged Man energy. All right, so those are the events that are ending. There could be some sort of, if we're looking at it from a 3D sense, and when I say 3D, like from a waking world sense, it could be that there is a time of something where the earth is like hiding from itself, or there could be some sort of strength and fertility that is waning or gaining strength. Depends on where you're approaching this from. The Hanged Man is this idea that there's a stuckness. So there may be, if you're considering yeah, it's like the end of a stuck period for you, the end of, your hidden femininity or your hidden strength, feminine strengths. And that could apply for male or female. Like it doesn't matter. And that's on an energetic level. So now let's look at the events that are beginning. We're looking at justice, we're looking at transformation, and we're looking at success. So it looks as if there's some sort of legal triumph or legal, something in the legal system is changing you, transforming you, something in a structure. In this deck, the 8, well, in any other tarot deck, the 8 would have been the Strength card, and the 11, I think the 11 would have been the Justice card. But Justice is simply about, there's some sort of legal situation that is going to transform us or completely end something. And it's going to charge us into actually a very emotional space. The Chariot as the sign of, is represented by the sign of Cancer. You could be dealing with a Cancer, but it's propelling, oddly enough, into this success. There's a judgment, there's deep transformation, but this is moving into success. And it could be that this feminine energy is also taking on some sort of legal situation that is causing a great transformation in the skies, great transformation in the heavens. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. We've got the Hierophant, we've got the Star card, which is the Hope card, and we have the Lovers card. I think hopes and fears, this is where maybe something that was very deeply structured, maybe a relationship. And again, this is a general reading. Please, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Don't take the message. I see this as someone is worried about the end of some sort of structure, some sort of structured relationship. The Hierophant is, about, typically in tarot, it stands for marriage. But I think on another level, the Hierophant is about a deepening, a deepening connection. And I think someone wants to either, we've got the events beginning as justice, but someone wants to either begin a marriage, end a marriage, or end some sort of commitment to a structured relationship, right? So that could be a new job, and it's going to be something hopeful, right? It's going to be the thing that you want to pour your energy into, your emotions into. You want an emotional new start. Now the Lovers card, to me, means this divine joining together of, but this is also like a freedom, right? And so the six, right? There's also great change. This is one step beyond, the 5, which is the 6. So we've gone from the Hierophant, with hope, to the Lovers. So this could be a new commitment, a new relationship, new job, new commitment to a new structure. But this is also something that's not going to lock you down. It's not going to, keep tabs on you. It's not going to do that kind of thing. It's actually, it's kind of giving me an autonomous feeling. So it could be either with fear or with hope that you are facing these things, right? Yeah. So, and the 6 again is also, the Lovers card is about decisions. So making a choice, because this is also the card of Gemini. Okay. So now let's move into inner strength. Inner strength. Wow. So we've got the High Priestess, we've got the World card, and we've got the Judgment card. So the High Priestess is this is a divine knowing. This is a divine knowledge. This is understanding divine secrets. And because of that, I believe with this World card, which is about beginnings and endings, there is an ending that some sort of a secret that is coming forward. I've been seeing secrets coming forward in a lot of the readings lately. But this is about secrets coming forward to not only herald an ending, but a beginning that calls us into a new sense of self, a new what's this? New values, new set of values, you know, a new life. We're being called to a new life with this Judgment card. And the World card, of course, is about wholeness. It's about flexibility. It's about, you know, this is a card of, you know, beginnings and ends. It's like literal. There's an ending and there's a beginning. And so I feel like this High Priestess is bringing the ending, and this is your inner strength, right? This is your inner strength. You have knowledge, you have divine knowledge where you can rise above, right? As this card, this figure in this card is doing, you can rise above, you can create an ending and a beginning for yourself. This is very powerful also manifestation energy with this Judgment card as well. You can create a new world, as you can see, you know, this sprite, I call it a sprite, I don't know if it's a sprite, but the sprite is blowing a horn and calling all the animals of the woods to her, to this great place of new beginning. And it's in the roots, right? It's right underneath this, I don't know if it's a tree. To me, it's always felt like a cave or some sort of like a lagoon inside of a cave. But there's all this new life that's being called forward, she's blowing the horn of the call. And all these animals are coming to her, and they're all congregating together, and they're saying, you know, what new can we create? And this is your inner strength. You have the ability to create something new. And I do think that's where this events that are ending, this stuckness of the feminine, is now moving forward. There's a feminine energy that's really starting to drive, I believe, this journey of the Fool. So let's look at positive energies. Sure, good on time. Okay, so the positive energies, the Emperor, the Moon, and the Wheel of Fortune. I see, and this is something that I've seen recently, I see that this with the positive energies of the secret being unfolded, we can now move on into a positive structure that can contain the not contain, but like channel, right, this feminine truth and be, you know, amplify it, but it's still, you know, understanding what that structure looks like and how it can be implemented is still kind of a confusing state. But it's interesting because I see in this Moon card, and I've said it before, whenever I see this Moon card, I see Romulus and Remus, two of the city, right? The city of Rome. I see this all throughout. I saw this mostly all throughout Italy, but I saw these two wolves. No, it was three wolves. I saw the mother wolf and these two wolves, and Romulus and Remus basically this is how Rome started, right? This was how a new world was built. Romulus and Remus, and I think it was in historical, it might be mythological context, but what I remember of the story, having been there and seen the statues for myself, but the tour guides were saying that Romulus and Remus were two human babies left out for, they were just abandoned, and a female wolf nurtured them and cared for them and raised them, And so Romulus and Remus, I see them in these two cards, and I see it with the Emperor, but I also see this building a new empire, building a new empire. And these are the positive energies. And again, this is the Moon card. So there is the possibility of chaos and the confusion as we retool, right? And we take the wheel of fortune, and we reimagine and we move in a different direction that is one of our choosing, right? That's the positive energy. And I think I'm also seeing this on the overall of a global community collective energy. We're seeing the value of the confusion and the ability to build something new. So now let's look at the negative energies. The negative energies are the Magician, the Temperance card, and the Sun. So I feel like there is this idea of with this Magician, I feel like there is manipulation that is possible. Someone who presents themselves as being able to bring balance and harmony and clarity to a situation. I think that trusting one person and, having this unfailing like optimism and clarity and truth and everything, I feel like there's a falseness here. I feel like there's a manipulation here. So if there is this movement into something new, right, I think the negative energies are that this person or persons are trying to manipulate by saying that they're bringing some sort of balance here. And I really do think this is just one person. I don't know why I get that. I'm very seeing strongly, this Magician is saying, oh, I can give you a new start, and I can bring balance, and I can do this, and I can do that, and it's all there's no team aspect. And it's like someone is trying to sell you a rosy picture, and the truth is that beautiful things are born in chaos. There is really no way for one person to say, I can do all things, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, right? This is going to be a collective effort. And I think the negative energies here are, putting our faith into one being, when really we need to put our faith into each other as a collective. So the final outcome, the Hermit, the Tower, and the Devil. I feel as if when we look at the Hermit, there's this idea of it being like a teacher or someone who shines the light on with knowledge or with the way that they are or be the way that they're being. But the final outcome is, there's a Tower moment that comes in. And the Tower moment is, again, this destructive, chaotic energy. But it comes to us, right? It comes to us to help us. It comes to us to knock down, things that we may have presented that are even toxic, right? Because we see the Devil here as well. And the Devil, the Devil is just, we're breaking down toxic patterns and toxic connections. That's how I see this final outcome. A lot of times people will see the Devil and like, oh no, the Devil. And again, I think that's part of the negative energy, is that we're putting all our fears in. I think the outcome is being scared of the unknown. And the Devil is always presenting, this, oh, you could do this or you could do that. But I think it leaves us kind of, there's this idea that going off to search for knowledge is going to bring destruction and pain and toxicity. But I think this Tower here, something has to be destroyed in order for something new to come forward. But I think with this Devil card, I'm interpreting it as we fear the unknown. We fear what hasn't been previously projected or predicted. And the final outcome is just, I think we're just fearing the unknown, when really that's the thing that's going to work out for us, is the unknown. It's in the unknown. It's going into that unknown. Let me get some guidance for you for this weekly reading. I am going to do, let's see, what guidance. Let's see. Magdalene Oracle. Let's see what else. Okay, I'm going to do the Magdalene Oracle deck because I feel like there's a femininity coming out in this reading, and there is some beautiful chaos. Beautiful chaos. And again, if this doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. All right, Spirit, can you come into this reading with some advice, guidance for the collective? Thank you. The Messenger. Yep. Let me see. I'm going to get one more. Can you give us one more? Thank you. Gaia. Thank you. Ah, more. Sacred Sexuality. Nice. Okay. Anything else? Yep. One more. Saint and Sinner. Yeah, I think this is all like definitely related to these cards. So again, this could be 6 to 12 months. It could be 6 to 12 days, you know, whatever resonates. But this is the reading that I'm pulling this week. Let's see, the Messenger. Messenger. Okay, the Messenger. Hopefully you can see this. You will soon find yourself shining brightly, and as such, you attract much admiration and attention from others. Our universe was born through a superluminous explosion of light. In an instant, it expanded from a tiny point to span billions of light years in every direction. You, too, are about to experience a rapid expansion, which brings increased recognition in your field of work or study. You will soon be looking over the horizon as you travel to far and distant lands. Be grateful for all the new experiences that are about to come your way and for all that you accomplish. Enjoy each moment, yet remain humble and grateful, for in doing so, you will attract even greater support from others. You are a beacon of light and hope, a source of great inspiration for many who cross your path. Go forth in love and light. All right, so next up is Gaia. Okay. Whether male or female, you are advised to embrace your feminine side. Yes, I saw a lot of femininity coming through here. This means embracing your intuitive, gentle, and loving nature and applying these qualities to a current troublesome situation. Embracing these nurturing and gentle qualities will help you to feel a greater sense of balance, and this will help you overcome your present difficulty. Ask Mother Earth to help ground and strengthen you, and you will feel a renewed sense of vitality. Spend time in nature, do some gardening, or go for a walk in a park. Feel your connection to the earth, and remember that both masculine and feminine qualities are complementary parts of every human being. Balance, true power, and wisdom are only possible when you embrace both. And there is a saying, for years I have felt your yearning, forever I have loved you. Yeah, I think this is the feminine coming forward. And it, you know, in the final outcome, it's kind of us breaking down what we thought, how we demonized even the feminine, how we outcast her, and it's almost like we're outcasting this old sense of self and learning something new about ourselves. But the feminine energy, I think, is really coming through here as this journey. So now we've got sacred sexuality. Sacred sexuality. Sexual energy is perhaps the strongest motivating force that we humans possess. Yet this energy is also one of the most misunderstood and misused energies. Sexual energy, when honored and combined with love, takes on a sacred form and becomes an extraordinary power. This form of sexual energy is the greatest creative force on our planet. Great achievements in all areas of life are possible when we learn to control and direct our sexual energy towards a particular endeavor. Sacred sexuality is a spiritual merging of two souls. This merger may be physical and spiritual, or it can be a purely spiritual one. Both are equally valid and powerful. Sacred sexuality is also a communion with the divine. Reflected through one another, you come face to face with the God, Goddess of all creation, God, Goddess of all there is. It is through such a union that you soon experience a most profound sense of love and bliss. This experience will have a profound effect on your life. Honor it, for it is truly sacred. Thank the universe for this blessing. Nice. Okay, now we have Saint and Sinner. Okay. The assumptions you are making about another person or event could turn out to be completely wrong. Realize that for every theory, there is a contradicting and opposing one. There may be more to the situation than first meets the eye. You are being advised to keep an open mind and heart. All is not necessarily the way it seems. Remember also that often the judgments we make about others are also judgments we make about ourselves. You will not find peace and fulfillment while holding an I'm right and they're wrong attitude. Accept there is no single truth that applies universally, and things will become clearer. Okay, well, that is your reading for the week. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're seeing this at some other time, take it as a 6 to 12 month reading. But again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week.